Okay, so let's move on to the dollar and precious. So the dollar index had a good day today. It's moved up, getting towards the highs of the recent trend. And gold has actually been very poor today. It's got absolutely no benefit from the oil weakness. And no surprise that silver has also retreated. August gold is the same as spot at the moment because we're going to roll over. Um, when we're going to roll over today, tomorrow or Wednesday, so it's imminent. So the dollar index, a little move down early overnight, but then it's come back up and pretty much closing at the highs of the day. There is no resistance. 132 is a daily support below that 101.14.5 point. And on the short-term chart, up against the final resistance zone at 36.38, where we are now, and 1083 to 76 is good support. But the critical support is the point of most time, which is at 156. So at the moment, unless we're going to have to break out higher to change the stop, but at the moment it's still a daily close below 156. Do have the Fed this week on Wednesday evening, and so first deviation up 101.69.5, extreme 102.70.5, on the downside 186, and the extreme 99.61. Gold in world currency terms, just a little bit up today, not a great deal going on there. And when we go to COMEX, we did actually gap higher, but we filled the gap very, very quickly. And so actually, considering how weak oil has been, a pretty poor performance. Still have 4,032.50 below, and risk-averse players place their stop on a daily close below last week's low at 4,024. Strategic players keep it on a daily close below 39.55.4. Historically, strong zone above at 41.65.8 to 71.4. A daily close above there confirms the positive signal from a couple of weeks ago, opens up the upside, and the upside target has actually changed. It's a little bit further away now at 44.40.2. On the short-term chart, we're pretty much at the high volume point. So the short-term trend is balanced, so effectively sideways at the moment. We've got 41.19.3 above, and then that 41.71.4 point, 4,067.1, which is connecting with the high volume point, and then 4,048.4 to 42.5. On the profile, also showing that we're in balance in the short term, in the fact that the midpoint of the current trend, which is up, is pretty much at the point of most times. So that just tells us that not a lot of momentum at the moment. And for the weekly, first deviation up 41.69.1, extreme 43.12.2. On the downside, first deviation 39.86.4. On to silver, also a little bit of a down day today. Remains the case that we're going to have to make a daily close above 62.17 to open up the upside, and first historical resistance 72.08. Still have 57.60.5 below, and then 56.13. But if we don't make new lows for the week, then we're going to have another weekly level, which will be at 55 even. So support will strengthen considerably if we don't make new lows this week. Short-term chart still highlighting, even with the gap higher, no levels really changed, so lots and lots of levels. And on the profile, again, in a similar vein to gold, the current uptrend is in balance because the midpoint is pretty much at the point of most time. On the weekly, first deviation up 62.02, extreme 66.46. Downsides a lot further away. So really at the moment, only the first deviation down at 55.86. In conclusion, dollar index trend is up and point of most time and had risen recently to 156, which is now very strong support. It's going to take a daily close below there. That is where you should place your stop. Gold trend is up. Doesn't feel like it, but it is. Longs place stop on a daily close below 39.55.4 if strategic. And that support, a reminder from last week, is much stronger than what it was previously. Risk-averse traders place their stop on a daily close below 4,024. It's going to take a daily close above 41.71.4 to actually really turn us bullish, and that would target 44.40.2. The silver trend is also up, and no change. Place your stop on a daily close below 55 even if strategic, or 57.60.5 if risk-averse. And in a similar vein to gold, if we do take out the major resistance at 62.17, that leaves space to rally. Supports and resistances: D for daily, W for weekly, M for monthly, and POMT for the point of most time. Okay, thank you.